They fined me. For farming. Yes, you heard that right. The HOA fined me. For farming. The very land my family has worked for generations. The soil where my father taught me to plant. Where my grandfather plowed with his bare hands. Where we grew not just crops, but memories, legacy, and life itself. And what did they see? Not history, not heritage, not the blood, sweat, and soul poured into this earth. They saw violation. They saw unapproved activity. They saw farming as an eyesore. So they slapped me with a fine. A fine for doing the only thing I've ever known. A fine for honoring the land that raised me. A fine for providing food, not just for my family, but for neighbors who never went hungry because of what we grew here. At first, I laughed. I thought it was a mistake. Surely, common sense would win out. Surely, they would realize how ridiculous it was. But no, they doubled down. They told me I was disturbing the community aesthetic, that my fields were non-compliant, that I was, in their words, out of order. Out of order. For farming. That was the moment I decided. If they didn't respect my way of life, then maybe they'd respect something else. Something bigger. Something wilder. Something they couldn't just find a way. So I opened the gate, and I let to tons of pure muscle, horn, and hide walk free. A bison, my bison, right onto their pristine, plastic playground. The same playground where they held their HOA meetings, where they handed out fines, where they prided themselves on rules, order, and aesthetic standards. Now, it was no longer theirs. It belonged to the beast. And oh, how poetic it was, watching that bison roam, its hooves digging into the manicured turf, its breath heavy and wild in the air, the sound of the jungle in the middle of their perfect little suburb. They wanted to tame me. They wanted to find me. But you can't find the wild. You can't find tradition. You can't find a man for honoring his roots. So let them try. Let them write their citations. Let them call their emergency meetings. Because when they find me for farming, I gave them something they could never control. I gave them the bison.